Welcome back, chat. Welcome back, chat. Today, am I lagging? Am I lagging, chat? Give it a minute, chat. Give it a minute. You feel me? But welcome back, chat. You know what I'm saying? I hope you having a good day, or a good night, or a good afternoon, whatever you joining me from. You feel me? Today I have one of those stories that might feel like it's like really like sad. I mean, it is sad, but it feels like it will gonna put you down or something. Please do not feel that. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I just want to have a, you know what I'm saying, a normal conversation. I want to ask few questions because there is a story coming from Minneapolis, and it happened on Friday, about like 6 days ago, 5 to 6 days ago. It's a tragic, very tragic. Okay, before we even get into it, let's go ahead and listen to the report. And for that, we're going to go to CPS News for this 45 seconds video. Let's go.
We begin in Minneapolis, where police say 5 people are dead after a horrific crash. The Minneapolis Police chief says just before 10:15 last night, a state trooper tried to pull over a vehicle on I-35W after it was seen speeding near 46th Street. We're told the speeding car exited onto 2nd Avenue and then ran a red light, causing a crash at the intersection of Lake Street. Police say 5 people were killed in the car that was hit. The driver of the speeding car ran off. We're told they were caught by police.
This is an incredibly tragic and horrific scene.
No word yet on the identity of the victims who were killed. Police believe the driver may have been impaired. The crash remains under investigation.
Chat. I'm just gonna play a couple more videos because I feel like that the whole facts is not being showed or are not being talked about this case. Okay, so let me play this video again. Okay, another video, and we'll talk about it. Okay. Actually, this fucking lame ass, whatchamacall. Like, hold on. Chat. Okay. I think now we can listen to this story.
Crash Friday night, and now we're learning more about what led up.
This beautiful 5 young ladies. The oldest is 20 years old. The youngest, 17. What a tragedy. And some of those girls really have like future. You know what I'm saying? Like these girls are raised in like what feels like a bubble in America. What feels like impossible to do in America. That's what they're doing, okay? And it's really sad that, you know what I'm saying, they are gone just like that. You know what I'm saying? And I want to get into, obviously, you know what I'm saying, like it's really hard to talk about this, man, because right before they got into this crash, we'll talk about how the crash started or what happened or how it started. But right before the crash, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen the crash that has been shared on social media. When I say the cherry picking, it's real. The double standards, like the police, the Minneapolis police said that the video that was leaked on social media, they have no clue all of a sudden who leaked it, okay? But obviously they chose a small portion of the video to be leaked. And you know what got leaked? A small portion of the video, which is like at the end of the video, where these young women, this young 5 beautiful young women, lost their life into that crash. That's what was shared on social media. Like there was, I don't know why, before even their families have seen those videos, that video, the video was already trending on social media. What a sad, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and there's no accountability. They have not apologized. They have not said anything. The Minneapolis police are like, oh, well, we investigated and we don't know who really did that. Really?
Nope.
Or are you just
Stop the cap.
capping? You know what I mean? And I feel like they are capping, and I'll tell you later why. Okay, but it's just that is just a sad way to go. But right before they got into that accident, they were coming from a Somali mall that was not far from the crash spot. Okay. And they were like doing shopping, basically getting ready for a wedding the next day. Okay, this accident happened around 10 p.m. or 10:30 p.m. at night. Okay, and what a tragedy! What a way to go! Like right before you go to a wedding, you know what I'm saying, and celebrate, and now that wedding is turned to be a funeral service. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. What a sad way to go, man. Damn, life is short. Guys, don't forget life is short, man. You can go any day, anytime, for no reason. You know what I'm saying? For no reason. You could be healthy, young, and you could be gone just like that. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. I just wanted to say, I've been praying for them. I will continue to pray for them. Please, guys, pray for these beautiful young women. It's just tragedy, like very, very tragedy. You know what I'm saying? And it's unbearable. Like, can you imagine what their families are going through? I can't. You know what I'm saying? I can't even think about it. I can't even imagine, guys. So please pray for these.
We obtained a search warrant from the wreck.
Fox 9's Rose Schmidt is in our live center right now with the very latest details. So, Rose, what did we learn?
Amy, Kelsey, a search warrant just into our newsroom shows 27-year-old.
Wait, I'm lagging, chat? My bad. How about now? Oh, you guys
That deadly crash happened less than a half an hour later. The documents show troopers saw the rental car on I-35W going 95 in a 55. Then he got off at Lake Street, continuing at a high rate of speed until he got to 2nd Avenue and ran a red light. They say he hit a car with 5 young women inside, killing them. Court filings show Thompson ran, but they found him at Taco Bell not far away. He was sweating and out of breath, had droopy eyelids, and stopped being able to communicate. Officers found a bag in the car suspected of being marijuana. Documents show he suffered a head wound
Stop the
and
cap.
a fractured hip in the crash. Prosecutors continue to pore over evidence as we await a charging decision. They have until noon tomorrow to make that determination. Charges could include criminal vehicular homicide or even third-degree murder.
It's all L. When a tragedy happens, guys, it's like it's really hard to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanna share something with you guys. Like I wanna let's start the show, okay? I wanna share with you guys. I have a suspicion where it's not a suspicion. This is because I've been looking into this. I've been reading this case, okay? And something's not right. When you read the report and let's see if we can find right let me see. The warrant. I want to see the warrant report. Let me see if I can find that, chat, because something's not right. Something's not right, chat. Damn, chat. My computer. Are they suppressing me or what, man? Because I don't get it, man. Like, why my shit lagging, man? But this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Pause. Okay? Hopefully you guys can see this. Okay. See how big it is. All right. So, let's read this, chat. Because this is the warrant, okay? On 6/16/2023, about 10:09 hours, Minnesota State Trooper was running stationary radar enforcement. What that is, when they fucking pulled that fucking, like that fucking speed radar that they want to know how fast you're going, and they're like being sneaky, they hide him somewhere. I feel like that should be illegal, first of all, because that's the setup. Like, how are you hiding somewhere? And then like that's kind of sneaky. You feel me? Like that's what I feel like. But I get it for those of you who saying you should be slowing down. I get that one. Absolutely, 100%. We shouldn't be arguing about that. But that is kind of sneaky because I don't know. That's another podcast, okay? That's another show. But that is what it means, stationary radar enforcement. On northbound, which I will tell you guys, at 35W and at 46th Street. So, I pulled this up, guys. If I can even... Alright, here we go. Let me zoom this shit in. All right, let me zoom out. I think that's fair. Okay. All right, cool. There we go. You guys can see it, right? Let me show you where they're fucking talking about, because I am definitely fucking familiar what they talking about, okay? Because something that's not right in this case, obviously. So stick with me, guys. I want to like show you like really what they really talking about, okay? And maybe if you guys have any, you know what I'm saying, if you guys feel like you have something to share, or you wanna join me, you know what I'm saying? You wanna call in the show? Absolutely. Let me know. But if you're just joining, we are heading obviously in the wrong way. Don't drive like this, guys. I'm not driving. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? This is just Google Maps. Do not try this at home, okay? Like drive. So, then we are, let me go all the way there. Feel me? I feel like, stick with me, guys. Like, bear with me, okay? You see how ugly it is when you head into Minneapolis? This is when you go into Minneapolis, and that 46 is coming up right now about a half a mile, okay? So you see all of these fucking constructions? You see this fucking ugly ass, like only 3. It's very, like this gets, you see all this traffic? Keep that in mind, because it's gonna be very, very important in a minute, okay? Because I can't believe this is a crazy case, guys. I cannot believe this. It's a tragedy, obviously, for those young women, those young 5 women who was killed in that crash, minding their own business, just driving. You feel me? So, not even at 46, so I feel like they kind of lied on that report, because I'm gonna show you where they talking about, because I want to show you where they really hide. I want to show you where they really do the stationary rather enforcement. I swear to God. Just stick with me. I'm gonna speed through this shit. Again, don't try this at home, guys. I'm just doing this shit. You feel me? I know you ain't dumb enough. I just have to say that shit, you know, so they don't have to, you know, say hold me, you know, say liable, you know what I'm saying? Because we have, like, nowadays, man, some people be like, oh, that guy was doing it, so I just done that. You fucking stupid. I'm getting closer. But you peep it though, right? Nothing is fucking special about Minnesota. Nah, I'm gonna take that back. Minnesotans are good people. It's just like no, that's not what we were trying to do. What just happened? What just happened, Chad? As soon as I said Minnesota, what the fuck, Chad? Chad, I swear to God, as soon as I said, let's see if we could get the fuck out of here. Dude, this is not even where I came. This is, you see, they got this, like, you see this fucking nasty ass roast? Look at this. This is Minnesota, man. This is America, chat. Look at this shit, chat. This is my first time seeing this, all this ugly ass shit, bro. 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 What the fuck, Chad? This is fucking wild, man. I guess we might just have to go back, chat. We might have to just fucking... Who this? Who the fuck is that? Who this? Can't believe Google Maps fucking pulling that shit, bro. Bruh. Can you imagine when that guy was just running? How the fuck did Google Maps took that picture? Golly, bro. We've been monitored for sure. To say we ain't is bullshit, bro. But anyways, I'm gonna fucking just go back, cause these fuckers are just hating. God damn. Alright, but I'm just gonna get back to the crash site, okay? So, and we're gonna get back to the report. So, this is gonna be where the exit is at. Over here is where we're gonna stop, okay? Come back. We even see 12 right here. See, it's right here. See 12. You see, there's homeless people. I mean, homeless everywhere in Minneapolis as well. Minneapolis, like in America, every city you go, every major fucking city you go, you're gonna see a lot of homeless people. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like America, the most prosperous country. Like, oh my God.
Stop the cap.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we are the richest country on this planet. In the history of this motherfucking planet. We can spend trillions, millions, billions of dollars just, you know what I'm saying, to give away other countries. You know what I'm saying? Just to help out, you know what I'm saying? Just to, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to our own, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to the States, man, it looks like this, bro. You cannot make this shit up. And when I turn around like this, Chad, you see this area? Let me show you something. Look, this area. Look. This is homeless encampment. Look at these people, Chad. You cannot make this up. This is somebody's homes. Somebody lives in this area, Chad. And this place gets so fucking cold. And people just drive right there. Seeing somebody. This person can be dying right here. And look at this other fellow American. Look at these fellow Americans. They'll just drive by. Look at this fellow American. Look at these people. Look. And you know, and you will see fellow Americans just walk by you. They ain't gonna say shit. Look. I know they can't help, but I'm just letting you know, like, it's just so fucking heartless. Land of the free. You know what I'm saying? Because America, man, got the audacity to telling other countries, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, America is fucking rich. We don't have homeless people anywhere. We take care of our own people. We take care of our Americans. Like, we take care of this, that. Cap. But anyways, let's get back to the fucking show, okay? So, this is where the exit is at, right? So, the report right here that we were reading was saying something like, the state trooper a Minnesota State Trooper was running stationary radar enforcement on northbound. Is that 15th? 35W at 46th Street. The trooper observed black Cadillac Escalade, okay, traveling at a visually high rate of a speed on northbound 35W in the left lane. Okay, so to get back here, he was on that left lane there, so he will come back and come this way. So that's what they at least telling us happened, because they have not released the whole video that shows everything. And I believe there's a reason why they did not release, because they're hiding something, and I'll tell you guys. So in the left lane past 46th Street, a radar reading was obtained by the trooper, which indicated a speed reading of 95 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour posted speed zone. Okay, that's what they put on the report. Okay, just keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. Okay, they're just telling you there was a Minnesota State Trooper who was posted somewhere doing stationary radar enforcement on a northbound in 35W. Okay, 35W and 46th Street. Okay, and the trooper then saw this vehicle, a black Escalade. You know what I'm saying? Big ass black Escalade speeding at 95 miles an hour. That's kind of like already showing it's kind of like, that's kind of like a red flag. Like, I want to just show you guys what, for those of you guys who don't know what black Cadillac Escalade looks like, okay, to just give you a context. Okay, okay, and let me just put this one down, and let me just go images. Okay, and let me just grab one of them. On the side, okay? You get the point. You see how fucking huge these motherfuckers are? Imagine this vehicle going on a highway where we were just at. It's not. I want to show you again, because context is everything. Okay? So this is one of you. This is. See, they really don't. They don't want me to. Actually, I was right. So let me go back. Let me go here. Let me go here. Okay, this is what I want to show you guys one more time there. Okay, so let me put it like this right here. Perfect. So this is the highway that they're talking about. And what did he said on that black Escalade? So they were so he was driving a black Escalade traveling northbound. So this is exactly. He was driving this vehicle right here on right here, okay, heading this way, okay, and I'll show you. We're gonna turn around. We're gonna turn around, and this is exactly, this is the exit he's gonna take. So they made you So the way they saying he was on the left lane, right, like right here, and came all the way here, took that exit, driving this big ass Escalade, driving 90 miles an hour. Okay, that's so far what we got. Let's continue, Chad. And then he says, 55 miles posted speed zone. Okay, so the Escalade continued on northbound 35W as the trooper attempted to catch up to it. Remember that part too. There's a lot of reports that contradicting each other. Some of them are saying the trooper tried to catch up, attempted to catch up. Okay? And then some of them are saying the trooper never catch up to it. Some of them are saying like the trooper was right behind it. Like the trooper was, matter of fact, chasing the vehicle. So like there's a lot of contradictions. Like which one is true? So we gotta read more. And obviously one thing that I saw is a lot of like the media, the mainstream media is like agreeing on one point. And that's a red flag. Okay? And I'll tell you why. And like I'll tell you what they were trying to convince us. Besides, and it has nothing to do with the case or with this like crash that we're talking about. But they trying to change the narrative. So I'll show you in a little bit. But let's talk about, let's continue. So the Escalade, the trooper, so the Escalade continue on northbound 35W as the trooper attempted to catch up to it. The trooper observed from a distance. Remember that. Look, I'm telling you, man, I'm sensing something. Like they are trying to distance, no point attended, away from themselves, trying to say we have nothing to do with this crash. That like they're avoiding to take accountability because I feel like they have something to do with this crash. There's no way you're gonna just drive 95 miles an hour driving this kind of vehicle on this highway. There's no way, Chad. There's no way. There's a lot of constructions if we go back a little bit. So let's be honest. Like let's use critical thinking, okay? Don't just fall for the narrative. So now they're saying, oh, the trooper observed from a distance. So how the fuck do you know he was going 95 miles an hour? Like from a distance? Now you know from distance? Okay. And the Cadillac. Like, I can't say that word. So I'm going to say, suddenly emerged from the leftmost lane. What the fuck does that even mean? Let's just say all the way from the left, like I was saying, like I was describing to you guys, like he was somewhere here and all of a sudden came this way. That's what they're telling us, okay? So let's continue to take to the rightmost lane to take the exit ramp to the Lake Street in the city of Minneapolis. The trooper observed the Cadillac continue down the exit ramp at extremely high rate. So if you were from a distance, if you were observing from a distance, like you were saying right here, how can you say the trooper observed the Cadillac continue down the exit ramp at extremely high rate, crossing through the intersection of 2nd Avenue? Like, if So this is where the exit is at, right? So this is the exit. Immediately, as you guys can see right here, there is traffic. And if there's one car that's blocking you, there's no way you're gonna go through here 90 miles and 95 fucking miles an hour. Look at this, chat. And it's possible, even though it was around 10 p.m. at night, that while even though it's possible at 10 p.m. at night, no vehicle was not here. Like the black Escalade could be the only vehicle that was driving here, which is extremely rare. You know what I'm saying? Like one in like I can't even imagine, because I've been through here millions of times and I have to slow down every time. I never had, matter of fact, I never had an empty fucking day where it was only me when I exited out. Like that would have been a lucky day. I would have noticed that. That would have been a rare fucking day for me. And that never happened. But for the police to say he came here driving 95, a high speed rate, they're smart. They will tell you a high speed rate. And we observed it from a distance. And I'm like, how far? Because this is the 2nd Street right here. Chat. This is the 2nd Street right here, chat. Look, actually, on here, you see 2nd Street? You see 2nd Street right here? So we are on 2nd Street right here. So what they say right here, I'm lagging. Yeah, maybe they watching, chat. Minneapolis MPD watching, chat. Feds watching, chat. But I gotta keep it honest, man. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's really talking about this story, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a tragedy story, but I cannot believe they're trying to put all the blame on this guy. And I'm not saying he's innocent. He was definitely wrong. He's gonna face the consequences, but he's not the only one. He's not the only one that should face the consequences, because you're not being told the whole story. They're just telling you some part of the story, the part that they want to share with you that makes them look good. Like, that's what I'm getting at this shit. So let's go back and read more. So it says, where did we left? Continue down the exit ramp at extremely high rate of speed, crossing through the intersection of 2nd Avenue and 31st. So this is where we at. This is where this intersection right here, he's gonna cross this, is what they saying. Okay, so let's cross it. So now we are here. So let's read more. And the trooper observed, actually we passed that part. Let's go back here. Yep. So crossing through the intersection of 2nd Avenue and 31st Street, where we just crossed, the Cadillac continue at a high rate of speed, entering the intersection of 2nd Avenue and Lake Street. So let's go there. So let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here, chat. So here is Lake Street. And to prove it to you guys, right here, it says what? East Lake Street. okay, and it's perfectly red, okay. In this case, they're gonna say it was actually red in this case. And it says the Cadillac continued at high rate of speed, entering the intersection of 2nd Avenue and Lake Street. Okay, which is right here, Lake Street, and what does this say? Can't really see. Let me see if I can. I can't really see, but what I'm gonna do is I could go back here. There's not really any other sign. That's the only sign, chat. But I guarantee you. Let me see if there's another one here. Perfect. There's one here. So, you see 2nd Avenue? And this is exactly where we at. 2nd Avenue and Lake Street. So, 2nd Avenue, Lake Street, right here. Okay? So, let's zoom out a little bit. So, this is where they were at. So, this is what they were saying. So, let's continue. 2nd Avenue and Lake Street. The Cadillac entered the intersection on a red light. Okay? Perfect. And this is red light right here. It's red light. And what's gonna happen what's gonna happen again? And over here it says the Cadillac entered this intersection on a red light and it struck a Hyundai Civic which was traveling westbound on Lake Street on the driver's side. Damn. So this is, let me zoom out. So as you guys can see, there's 2 lanes here that's going this way and 2 lanes that's going this way, right? And apparently the driver was coming from this side. Because if you're facing this way, Chad, the driver is going to be on your right side. The driver, let me imagine, Chad. Actually, the driver is going to be, when you're like this, the driver is going to be down. So these vehicles are actually going this way, and then these lanes are actually going this way, right? And to show you an example, can we find, let me see if I can find, perfect. We are still at Lake Street, guys. We're still at Lake Street. And 2nd Street right here. And as you guys can see, there's vehicle 2 lanes here that going this way and 2 lanes that going this way. And it's a red light. This vehicle, let's imagine this vehicle right here was right here. So he didn't stop. He was coming from this way. And this vehicle was like right here. Bam! Driving super fast. And killing all 5 people. 5 young women. What a tragic story. What a sad story. And let's continue. Let me put it. And it says, traveling westbound on Lake Street on the driver's side. The trooper arrived later, but did not observe, the driver on the Cadillac exit the vehicle due to following distance. I think that is, just keep that in mind. I think that is a cap. Because a lot of things that they're saying just kind of contradicting. each other or what, a lot of reports, okay? Yo, I can't really believe this, bro. This is crazy. I'm like, why is this? Is Google Maps live chat? Cause I can't believe it. Cause, all right, cool. Maybe not. Never mind. Let's take that turn. And if that vehicle is there, it's not live. But if it's there, it is. No, if it's there, like let's turn. Yeah, it's not live. This shit was here. All right, chat. But it doesn't over there. Like what they saying is, so when he crashed the vehicle, he got out the vehicle, and he went all the way here. Let me show you where they arrested him. This Taco Bell right here. So it's like he went this way, even though they said he had a fractured rib and something else. So he couldn't even talk or breathe. Okay, so they had to actually treat him and bring him to the hospital before they arrest him. You know what I mean? So this is the Taco Bell guys that they arrested him because he took off. Okay, once he realized, they said that the situation was bad, he took off. So this is the Taco Bell that you guys see right here, and let me see right here. But did you see, like, you know what I'm saying, nothing really special about downtown, I mean not downtown but uptown Minneapolis. This is the Taco Bell, as you guys can see right here. I wish we could go inside, but we can't though. You feel me? So this is the Taco Bell guys that he got arrested. But let's continue and listen what the mainstream media really says, okay? Because they put in all the blame on this guy.
Was convicted in California of a charge that revokes his driving privileges there and theoretically here. Despite that, earlier this month, just 9 days before the fatal crash, Minnesota issued Thompson a new driver's license.
Besides the question of what charge he could face for his alleged role in the Friday night crash in Minneapolis that killed 5 young women, several other questions have arisen regarding Derek John Thompson, including how he has a valid Minnesota driver's license after a 2020 conviction in California for a hit and run that permanently disabled a woman.
In every case, you are hoping for rehabilitation. In every case, you are hoping somebody changes.
John Sabernock is the Santa Barbara County District Attorney. He says they didn't offer Thompson a plea bargain, so Thompson pleaded guilty to the most serious charge.
Would his California case affect his ability to get a driver's license in any way?
A conviction for that offense results in a mandatory revocation of your driving privilege in the state of California.
Department of Public Safety officials confirmed Thompson applied for a new driver's license in March, but national databases showed his privileges were invalidated.
Yo. So if the state of Minnesota actually made the mistake, why are they not coming out and like saying, oh yo, we actually made a mistake? You know what I'm saying? Because if they didn't make a mistake, why are you guys covering this? Because this has none, like, what? Why are you like making it seem like this guy had like invalid driver's license? Bro, this guy had a valid driver's license, okay? And the state of Minnesota would not give you a valid driver's license if you're not supposed to, or it's their fault. They would have came forward, or they've been dishonest. So which one? Which one is it? Which one is it? Because it makes zero sense. And he applied for a new driver's license in March 2022, but the problem driver pointer system and national driver registry through the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration showed his driving privilege were invalid in another state. That's kind of weird. Thompson was instructed to contact that state to satisfy any requirement in that state to validate his driving privilege. Therefore, before getting Minnesota driver's license on June 7, 2023, Thompson was issued a driver's license. So they actually follow the proper protocols, the proper steps to make sure, you know what I'm saying, if you have invalid, see how this state system actually cuts it, right? And then it required more information, you know what I'm saying, from other states to show that, you know what I'm saying, whatever your driver's license was revoked or suspended for is no longer is the case, okay? And he probably did that. He proved it, and they gave him a new driver's license. So I don't understand why this is an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. It's a tragedy. They just putting all the blame on this guy. I get it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to give people a driver license or a new driver's license, then I guess they need to change the law. Like, if you ever commit, you know what I'm saying, and act like that, your driver license should be revoked. That's what their new law should be. But it's not. But they want to make that law all about this guy. Clown world, bro. On June, so let's get to, in Minnesota, the duration of a revoked or suspended license and restatement requires are outlined by state statutes, depending on the violation. Once those criteria are met, that's exactly what the fuck I just said 2 minutes ago. So he probably met the criteria for him to get the driver's license, even though his previous driver's license was fucking revoked. You fucking, like, it happens. And I can give you another example. People who do drunk driving, DWI. This is common in America. A lot of people, like, you know what I'm saying, unfortunately get caught up with that. And in the state that they're living in, okay? And what happens is that their license gets suspended, whatever get revoked. Maybe they face some jail time, maybe a lot of fucking fines. You know what I'm saying? So when that happens and some people decide, you know what? I drive. Like, I cannot just depend on the transportation and live in this fucking, you know what I'm saying, like, this state, which could be a rule, like a state that does not have a good transportation system, okay? So some people might decide, you know what, I'm not gonna stay here, I'm gonna move to a different state. And that state requires it, like, hey, if you have been previously got your license suspended because of DWI, at least your license should be revoked 3 months, blah blah blah. At least you should pay all the fines in that state. At least you should, you know what I'm saying, like they will list a set of criteria that you should meet before they give you the driver's license. And once you do, and maybe one of those criteria, one of them could be retaking the written test. It could be retaking the exam test. You never know what he really went through. Maybe he took the written test. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just assuming like, oh, how the fuck did he just got? He shouldn't have never got a driver's license ever again. But that was, he done his time. Number one. Like, his license has been suspended. If you're gonna blame anybody, you should blame the government of, like, the government of Minnesota, the state of Minnesota's government, okay, local government, and California's. If you're gonna blame anybody, those should be to blame, and of course the guy, but not for his driver's license. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only blame that guy has is killing those 5 young, beautiful women. And he's gonna have to live with that the rest of his life. But to say that it was all on his fault, out of nowhere, he got a vehicle. And let me remind you the vehicle again. Out of nowhere, you telling me he got this vehicle, which was a rental, and drove all the way from, you know what I'm saying, like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, just to crash on here and kill that 5 people, five beautiful young ladies, without no reason. It's kind of hard to believe. Like, it's kind of hard to believe, chat. Like, why would somebody drive 90 miles an hour, like, on a huge vehicle? It makes zero sense to me, okay? What makes sense to me is that some report said, let me see. Let me see right here. According to the trooper, they're just repeating the same thing. But let me see if I can find. Look. I'm telling you, man. This is the mainstream media, man. They are a fucking disgrace. Look, chat. Speaking in the hours after the crash, Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara has said officers suspected the driver. Let me see. Officers suspected the driver involved in a crash was the driver involved in the crash was impaired. The search warrant states that Thompson was talking normally, but then quickly became sleepy with dropping eyelids and became uncommunicative. Maybe the guy was in pain, because there was a cracked rib. Because the guy, like you just got into an accident driving 90 miles an hour, and the crash that you just involved killed 5 people. Obviously there's gonna be some impact. Okay, you're not a fucking robot. So all of a sudden, and later, like, obviously on here we already read that the troopers arrived later but did not observe. So what the fuck are you talking about? Chat, do you guys see this? Like right here at the bottom, When you guys see I cannot highlight because this is a video. And he says the Cadillac the intersection on a red light right here. And it struck a Honda Civic, which was traveling westbound on Lake Street on the driver's side. The trooper arrived later, but did not observe, okay, the driver of the Cadillac exit the vehicle due to following distance. Okay. And then over here it says, speaking in the hours after the crash, Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara has said officers suspected the driver involved in the crash was impaired. Okay. The search warrant states that Thompson was talking normally, but then quickly became sleepy. Bro, this makes zero sense, bro. Like, why are you like all of a sudden the guy like, oh, there's drags. This is typical normal, you know what I'm saying, police report. So let's get back to where we were at, because this is like something's not right.
State. DPS says on June 7th, 9 days before the deadly crash on Lake Street, Minnesota issued Thompson a new driver's license when the same database showed his privileges were valid in all states. DPS does not explain how that happened.
It almost sounds like he had a valid license in Minnesota because of a loophole.
Suck my dick. Bro, this guy is a fucking... What are you talking about? It makes zero... Bro, you see how he just framed him? What do you mean a loophole? There's no loophole. He met the criteria. If you don't like the law, change it. Run for office. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, confess your community. Okay? You guys can probably change it pretty quickly. You know what I'm saying? You can probably change it, bro. Because you is...
He had a valid license in Minnesota because of a loophole.
I can't necessarily comment on that. All I can say is California, again, by operation of law, revoked his privilege.
Political correctness. I can't comment on that. I mean, which is like he can't agree, you know, on your, like with your lie, which they do most of the time. But good for him for pushing back on that, because you see the narrative.
Operate a motor vehicle.
Besides the issue of his license is the question of how Thompson was already free after being sentenced to 8 years.
Bro, do you want me to like explain how he was free? Because after reading like 5 minutes into the reason behind his release, it makes perfect sense to me. Like, they make it seem like, oh my God, he shouldn't have been released. Yo, the guy was sentenced 5 years. I mean, let's say 8 years. That's the facts. 8 years, look it up. He served 4 years, little over 4 years. And the rest, obviously, he done programs that give you a lesser sentence if you follow through. If you're disciplined, it's number one. If you don't cause more trouble. Number two is what this guy have done was he precipitated, took part of a program that's called California Wildfire Preparedness of Wildfire, some shit. Just in case, if you guys know, in California, you know, every season they get a like what do they call wildfire, which it costs like which burns the whole tree, like just what we had, just what we witnessed in Canada a week ago, and it's still happening actually. Okay, more smoke that was sent in the United States. Okay, there's just like in California, it's a common. It's like matter of fact, out of control. So they use their prisoners, some of their prisoners, to actually fight the fire. Okay, and they get trained. They have to stay disciplined, follow through, finish this training, which could be long training, hard training. Okay, and he went through it. Why wouldn't you give the credit that you promised for somebody? You know what I'm saying? For something, for exchange of something. The state of California probably got more out of him than, you know what I'm saying, for him would have stayed there. Like, they benefited from him anyways. And I'm not excusing anything that he done. Like, it's tragic, it's very sad. He have to live with it the rest of his life for killing those young, beautiful women who had a bright future ahead of him, and he shorted it. You know what I'm saying? And even in California, like they saying, like he had a case where, you know what I'm saying, he did the same thing, but the lady didn't die, but she was in a coma. That was the reason why he was sentenced to 8 years. And he served 4, and the other 4 as California. Okay? As California, who actually like put him in jail, right? Put him in prison. So they were pretty much satisfied with him. So they let him out. And at that point, I mean, he was on probation. And if you know anything about probation, man, you are more likely to go back to prison pretty fast. I guarantee you, because you're a human being. You're going to make a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like, they thought about this shit. It's a mind game. They know you're a human being, which means you will make a mistake unless you fucking lock yourself inside a house and never get out. Maybe you can beat that fucking probation. But until then, it's very, very hard to not violate your probation. I'm telling you, Chad. Okay, so they put him on probation. So he, you know what I'm saying, not only did he took part of that program, he did a lot of other, more, like a lot of programs that helps you serve less. So he got out. But I don't understand why are they really, I really do get it. And I will explain to you.
Years in prison in California in February 2020. The California Department of Corrections confirms he was released in January 2023 after serving just 3 years. They note that he received 577 days of credit for time spent in the county jail first. Sabernock shares another way Thompson's sentence was shortened.
And we have been informed he also attended Fire Camp, which is a program run by the California Department of Corrections where inmates are allowed to receive training in the fighting of wildfires and actually will be dispatched to wildfires. And it is very common for the Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation to bring crews to the wildfires.
Sabernock doesn't know if Thompson actually did fight any California wildfires, but confirms it is one of several factors that led to his freedom. The district attorney
Bro. You cannot get away. Like, these media will ruin your life, bro. Even if you done anything that you're supposed to be doing, like the guy participated the fucking fire class or whatever you call fire camp. He was ready. If he was, you know what I'm saying, deployed, if he was ready, obviously he graduated from the course. Like, you need it. But again, it's a tragedy. You know what I'm saying? And the real, you know what I'm saying, like, who actually took, like, the people that it affects the most, the people that actually took the most L is, like, you know what I'm saying, is these young ladies who actually lost their lives. Like, this is the only tragedy that, you know what I'm saying, I cannot believe it, Chad. This is so sad. I swear to God, my heart like broke or break earlier when I found this out, man. I could not believe it. I couldn't believe it, Chad. But what is the moral of this story? Like, I hope, you know what I'm saying, you guys are in a better place. And of course you are, because in Islam it says if you know what I'm saying, die in a car accident, or if you drown, or, you know what I'm saying, like, if you die in a tragic way, you're most likely to go to Jannah, paradise, the heaven, okay? And I'm sure they're in a better place because they were doing good before, you know what I'm saying, this. It's not like they were not. Like, they were actually not only doing good, but some of them were teachers at a young age. Like the oldest is 20 years old. The youngest is like 17 years old. And not only to actually have a discipline to, like, hold yourself in a higher standard, but to actually impact the community and teach. You know what I'm saying? It's really, really amazing. And the community, the Somali community, you know what I'm saying, it really lost, you know what I'm saying, 5 of their future, you know what I'm saying, leaders, or future teachers, or, you know what I'm saying, future president, or future engineer, or these young ladies could have been anything in the future. They were so bright. You know what I'm saying? From the things that I've read, from the people that I've talked to that knew these young ladies, okay? So it is really tragedy for that community to suffer this, and the family. So my heart, you know what I'm saying, really breaks for them. Like, it's a sad situation, and it's like, and the government is just like trying to just say, oh, like, they're just trying to like push it away from themselves. They're trying to say it's just between these two black people. Like, you cause, you know what I'm saying, the crash, and you kill these other black people, and we have nothing to do with it. Even though I have a feeling where, like, when I read everything, the facts indicate that, you know what I'm saying, like, Minneapolis Police started the chase. And here is why I believe that, okay? And why this guy was targeted. Because that's what I feel like, okay? There is a reason why he was chased. I feel like he was being monitored, or, you know what I'm saying, like, observed. I don't know. Even if that's not even if that was not the case, he was definitely chased. He was running from something. You don't fucking drive 95 miles an hour for no fucking reason, especially when you exiting out. on an exit, 95 miles an hour? Let me know, chat. Have you ever drove 95 miles an hour, or have you ever seen? I will answer it
Nope.
for you. I don't think so. You have to be running from something to be going that fast on a fucking Escalade. 95 miles an hour, and you just took an exit, and you came from all the way to the left to the right, crossing 5 fucking lanes. You telling me no car, no other? There was just empty fucking highway. All of a sudden, empty exit, no any other vehicle. It's just weird to me, you know what I'm saying? And when I read this, like, New York Post, which is like the propaganda mouthpiece, it's like literally just shaming his dad. They're not even talking about him. Look, the man, like, let me actually zoom in, even though my fucking battery is about to die. But I got different batteries, so don't worry. I'm gonna cover this shit. I gotta cover this shit. Alright, so over here it says, the man busted for the hit and run crash. That's what they call it, but I call it a police pursuit, okay? Or police chase. Hit and run crash that killed 5 young women getting ready for a wedding in Minnesota. The son of a Black Lives Matter protest leader turned politician. You see how they already framing his dad, who was ultimately booted by the Democrats over his shocking history of domestic violence arrests, which is the fucking cap, and I will show you in a little bit. Derek Thompson, 27, the son of ex-state representative John Thompson, was busted on a suspicion of murder Monday over the horrifying caught-on-camera crash that killed 5 young women. They're talking about that video that was leaked. You know what I'm saying? And it only shows the moment of the crash. It doesn't really show the whole video. Because if the whole video is really show, I guarantee you there will be that moment of like, so you start the police started the chase. So there is some sort of accountability that they are avoiding to take. Look, he already has a long history of convictions, including felony, like all of that shit, right? Look. Cops found more than 17 pounds of marijuana and over $20,000 in cash in his car at that time. And they cited some fucking fake news, okay, that doesn't really say anything about that, because they did not, nobody else does it say, nobody, nowhere, or nobody else has ever said anything like that, okay? He was sentenced to 8 years in prison in 2020, but was released earlier this year thanks to served and good behavior, which again, nothing wrong with it. They're like, thanks. This is the only people that like really lost their life. Like this is a tragedy story. But you see how they linking. I think the reason why the government is the local Minnesota government is like, I think, targeting this guy because of something that he said, okay, while he was running as a politician, okay? I mean, he as a state representative. I think this is one of the reasons why that guy is being targeted that bad. Like, they're not even talking about him anymore. They're just talking about the activism and how Thompson was caught on camera shouting explosive and said, "You think we give a fuck about burning, blah blah." And he said, Sean Thompson later apologized. He was elected to the Minnesota House of Representatives in November 2020, assuming office the following January. Within months, he was mired in controversy after accusing a cop of pulling him over on July 4th, 2021 for driving while black, which is kind of true. And for that, we can go look. This report says right here. What does this say? It's Minneapolis Police Scouting report exposes racism and unconstitutional policing. And it says an investigation by the Justice Department found systemic abuses by the police that made what happened to George Floyd possible. The Attorney General said. Not me. That's the Attorney General of the United States of America. So obviously, there's definitely what he said. It was true. Driving while black is definitely a case in Minnesota. Let's see. An outrageous behavior, blah blah blah. Look, they're gonna say, "Oh, a girlfriend told the police that day, blah blah blah." Like he told her, "Fuck you, fuck your daughter. I hope you die." Blah 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 blah. Look. At the end, they're gonna be like, at the time, Thompson's attorney, Jordan Kushner, said his client maintains the allegations are false and he was never found guilty of them in a court. He claimed that the police report are a product of campaign to silence an American. Look. They even misspelled this. American African. They meant to say African American. The campaign is a product of a campaign to silence African American men who speaks out against powerful and abusive interests, and not the product of any effort to uncover truth. That's exactly what it is. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why this guy is being targeted. But his sentence is still he waits to be sentenced. Okay, so we'll continue to follow. There is so many things wrong with this story. Okay, but we will keep eye on this because I really want to bring this to you guys because they're not reporting this, and if they do, they will only show you one side of it, not the whole. I cannot wait until they release the whole video. When they release the whole video, I will show you why. I don't think they will ever, but if they ever do, they will expose themselves. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, but that's pretty much it, chat. I will be back tomorrow. Please hit the like button. It's free, but it helps me a lot. You know what I'm saying? And tomorrow I will definitely cover two major topics that I have that I can think of right now. One of them is what was that submarine. Fuck, my camera died, chat. But we'll talk about a submarine that went on missing. Okay, but until next time, my friends, I hope you take care of your mental health because it is very, very important. Okay, so you can form and, you know what I'm saying, connect the dots. A lot of people just look at the line. They never fucking connect the line. You know what I'm saying? They just add the line. They will never fucking connect the fucking dots. Like, come on. Think for yourself. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say, man. But until next time, my friends. Adios.